Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Welcome to the, fifth part of AER Memories of Old, my commentary walkthrough. And we have completed 2 temples, gone through 2 godlike beings, broken a lot, or rather something has broken stuff in our wake. Apologies for shuffling there, I was readjusting the mic. And now we are going to the north. Up there. And we don't have to worry about going backwards and forwards between the settlements anymore, because that's all been done. It's over now. Discovered King's Pass. Starting to get a bit of snow here, and this is a bit of stuff. Not all spirits persist. Okay. This is one of those occasions where I am going to correct the speech here. I am not going to say it verbatim because that's just slight spelling error. Not all spirits persist forever. Praise to the cinnamon-fingered, the dancer of the southern trees. Nevermore will she play beneath their shade. She fell into the darkness, never to laugh again with us. From star to star she skips, following the gods into eternity. Praise to the dance ended and begun. Also sing of the voice of the grasslands, the sun roarer, the wind caller. Never again will he race through the reeds of the lakes, stirring up the swans or hunt the horses of the wild. He now prowls the dark between dream and wake, sing of his voice unforgotten, till the stars fade into morning light. You know, I don't think I've actually seen or read this one before. Which is interesting. It kind of definitely implies some element of what's going on here. Well, it's either implying that there were other deities besides the 2 or 3 that we've encountered so far, or when the world shattered, those deities changed roles. Either way, it's interesting. The statue! It's falling! Save yourselves! Over here. Just give a quick scout around just in case there's anything. Ooh, there's a fox. Ooh, there's something there. Was it? Yes, there was. The cold has spread this far south. It's not right. Another thing that this sundering probably caused a severe disturbance in the weather. There's my spawn point, save point, or however you want to phrase it. Whee! This is the point where we really start to get a lot of flavor voice and flavor text. Time to face facts. The God King is here to stay. It's better to bend a knee than to lose a head. True to a point. But there are still occasions where you have to say, hey, kind of, not the best. Ah, now, can I read this? Yes, I can. Okay. I am Yohal of the Southern Isles. This is the second letter I leave behind. This message is a warning of bad tidings, the worst ever since the Great Divide. I came to the land of the gods to seek counsel from my spirit animal. Our lands continue to break apart as if an invisible tide gnawed at them. Since last spring, things have gotten worse. The snow creeps south and animals are found dead, corrupted by the dark rocks I first saw so long ago. I went to the spirit fox's den, but it was empty. I waited there for 3 days, but he was nowhere to be seen. Are the spirits dying as we are? If so, then all is lost. If he doesn't show up tomorrow, I will return to my people. I, for one, will not abandon them in their last days. Right. Yeah, you can find other letters from Yohal in earlier episodes of my playthrough, but yeah, he went through a lot. He saw a lot of stuff go down. It's one of the pilgrim figures. Yep, that's the statue. Statue, I assume, of the God King. Probably falling a victim to the lands breaking up. And here is a nice thing. It's a huge, great skeleton. Huge, great skeleton. Okay. Once, when the gods were still awake, some animals gathered to talk. A hare said, "The grass is not as green as it was." A bear said, "The honey does not flow as it used to." A wolf said, "There are less deer to hunt." And the deer said, "Well, I do my best." An eagle said, "The lands have become smaller." A crane said, "The humans write less and argue more." An owl said, "There is a darkness deeper than the night, and it grows." At this, the other animals fell silent, and the wind howled around them. The animals knew what was coming. Yeah. Definitely get... whoops. Definitely a feeling that this world design was very strongly influenced by the schools of religious thought that covered animism. And if anyone's wondering what animism is, it's basically to broadly simplify, it's basically a concept of animals, even objects, having a self. Now, can I hit this island? Yes! Bang on, first time, okay. Shinto is a form of animism, and if you know anything about Shinto, you know that even their yokai creatures can include formerly inanimate objects that have gained a spirit after being around for a sufficient amount of time. Right, okay, get the angle right on this. If you ever go further north, not Norse, sorry, I very recently watched the trailer for God of War Ragnarok Valhalla from the Game Awards just the following day. Also, Final Fantasy 16 DLC, and most importantly for me, Visions of Mana. It was so cool. Okay, back to this. If you ever go further north, listen for these bells. They will help you find your way through. And they were actually a help when I first came up here, because as you will see, we are discovered the Howling Peaks. As you will see, Well, that's one way to transform back. It's not the ideal way. And, yeah, I will be spending a bit more time than some might think necessary around these various places, these crags, because there's quite a few, actually more than in other areas of the world, quite a few nooks and crannies and hideaways. Actually, there is a spirit animal. There's a spirit animal on these here hills. I apologise. Yeah, this zone stands out a lot more because there is no music at all. I mean, there's music for the one just before this, but even if the temperature has dropped, the springs are still as warm as ever. Yeah. And I keep on thinking I hear... Did anyone else just hear a whale sound? Even if it was just incidental, it's something. Oi! Who keeps these lights? I wonder if anyone has taken shelter in this cave. Right, let's go see. I'll take a sip of my drink. Half a glass of Côte de Rhône after a fairly tough day, just in terms of mood, and in terms of having a migraine, which is not nice. Beartooth Cave. Lovely. Notes on Legends of the Western Clans by Rhett, scholar of the Summer Islands. Everything in the land of the gods is sacred. Especially, there is a shrine called the Lighthouse, which is rumoured to be a place of power. Some ancient texts refer to it as the House of the First Light, the cradle of the world, where the ancient gods first woke up and walked the lands. Now it just looms as a small black tower made from alien obsidian, lonely and abandoned, a relic in the eyes of our civilization. Is it a mistake that we don't care for what was left to us by our ancestors? Yeah. Maybe. Considering what your god King Koroku managed to do, I think it was maybe a teeny bit of a mistake to not take care of the old ruins and pay heed to what they had to say.
My lady, welcome. It's an honor to receive you here. You may not know me, but I know who you are. Come, listen to my story. I still remember the time when Kara was still a cub. It was her first visit to the land of gods her clan was traveling through. I myself was still young, just over 100 years old. 100 years, rather.
Sorry.
And as chance would have it, they stopped for a rest near my home at the time. I was walking by and she went up to me. She was still without words, but she hugged me and her heart talked to me. Years later she came back. She remembered me, one of her first memories, she said. I offered her a pact, but she had already entered one with the bird of the Thunder Isles. We became good friends, however, and I was the first to meet her after the Great Divide. The Creator had split himself to lock away a void growing in his heart. The world crumbled. He had given Kara the task of keeping the pieces of his being safe. 3 fragments of great power, the void locked in its prison, and one last piece, his hopes, his dreams and his love for the world and its beauty. Kara came to be much later again, when the world was calm once more, to present the last piece to me. The cub was as small as Kara was when we met the first time, and her name was Mina. Ah, time flows so fast. My lady, I thank you for coming here. It was a great pleasure to relive the past for a short while. But the world is growing weary and is missing something it once had. I hope for a great ending to this tale, and it seems it's not entirely over yet.
Yeah, that's just... And that's the bear that girl from the settlement, I forget her name for the moment, Erin. That's the bear that Erin met. It is nice meeting that great big bear. Thunderbird. I don't think we actually... I mean, we hear about the crane, but I don't think we actually meet any of the other beings, creatures, what's-its in that regard. Oop. Well, that was neat. Okay, so where am I? Where have I ended up? Right, I sort of came over here, and there's some stuff over here. And I kind of... Have I come this way? I don't know. No, I haven't come this way yet. There's some interesting stuff on that island, and I want to check it out. Oops. It will just gently glide along. Definitely something down there. Whoops. Oi! I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna keep round here. We'll investigate that. That used to be a fountain of some kind. Where is this cave? It's just ahead. We're almost there. This looks ominous. Never trust a cave with icicles that look like very deliberately placed fangs. I think it's because I watched the 12 Tasks of Asterix when I was quite young, and that has the Cave of the Beast discovered, the tear. Oof. This place is just... This place just gives off so many uncomfortable vibes. This is the wrong kind of place. These people blindly worshipping this literal hole in the world. And unfortunately, you can't do anything about it. You just... Ugh. I mean, you can kind of see why people might be drawn to it. Right. Read. My love gazes at the false sky, but she will not know me. I took her hand and said her name, but her mind was empty. I fear that it's a doing of the hungry star. It has stolen her soul. The followers say it's a new god and that she is part of it now. The priestess of the old gods said that her soul is lost forever, but do I want to believe this? She will try to close the rift it has opened into our world, but all those who wander on the other side will never come back. Her name was Sarida. Well, unfortunately, this tear didn't actually end up getting closed. This is a pretty haunting location. It shows a place that's had desperate people in it. Truly desperate. Right. Now I don't think there's anything else. No, there isn't anything else. So just turn. Hold on. Yeah, there is something else. It's over here. Get over here! Oh, sorry. This place... I did tell you this area was absolutely full of stuff. Okay. Notes on the Legends of the Western Clans by Rhett, the Scholar of the Summer Islands. There are numerous legends about the gods of the old clans. One such legend told by some clans in the far northwest says there was not one creator, but two! One who made the realm, which they called the Great Dream, and one who made the world and its inhabitants. They also speak of the Soul Pact, an ancient bond between us and this creator of our world. Fascinating, but hard to believe. Hearing some of the bits... When I first played through this and hearing some of the bits of lore that are scattered in this area of the world, I could not help but be reminded of the background folklore and mythology of the Fabula Nova Crystallis Final Fantasy sub-series. Just the concept of there is a original creator like being, and then there is something that could be considered a god of the material world. Actually, okay, that's just the connection I've made in my head just now. I mean, if this dreamer, I suppose this dreamer might be considered the true deity. Cave of Harmony. Ah! Yeah, this is the place I was supposed to go. The Cave of Harmony. If there's a true deity, then the creator who made the physical world could be considered something along the lines of a demiurge. But that's just one way of looking at how things work in the world. Now, this the screen is gonna get shaky because the whole point of this section is to ring-a-ding-ding all of these bells. And as you ring each one, the vibrations get worse and worse. I haven't rung them in this order before. Maybe it's the order you're supposed to ring them. Crack! Yes, I will take the key, thank you very much.
beautiful, beautiful key.
So, Orc now has the mystical MacGuffin that she needs to enter the temple where the piece of this world's creator is held. Oh, was it? Ah, that's just a path that leads down there.
My friend, Little Wanderer, found her way to the far north. Aren't you cold? Even I can feel the chill through my fur. Might be the hot-bloodedness of humans? Well, at least you made the air shimmer in here. Like the stars found at the roof of the world, where the air is crisp and clear, and storms never rage. A key in the ice to break ice once more. Go west, go north, but don't freeze to death as other creatures before you.
Thank you, O cryptic two-tailed fox. That's extremely helpful. Actually, that is quite helpful. Because there are no waypoints in this game. At all. I mean, the closest thing to a side quest is extremely hidden. Right. So I've been to everything. So I need to now... Whoop, and not fly off the edge of the world. Instead I need to fly over here. Wow, such speed! Well, here I am, the roof of the world, and hold on. Whoop, whoop. Okay, not entirely unplanned, but definitely not entirely what I intended. Because, some people there. No, 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 no. Oh dear. That was too close. Dive bomb a bit more accurately. I realise you've travelled far, but there is no path up there anymore. The ground has fallen to the depths. Those of us still here are leaving in a fortnight. Oh dear. Yeah, that happened. This whole area just collapsed away into nothing. Right, there's a little something to investigate over on the other side of all this. An extra little thing that for anyone who might be struggling to find things like this in the game, huge frozen thing that looks vaguely like a dog. Cross between a dog and a sheep. Right. I forget if there's anything in here. I think there is. Yes, there is. There's part 1 and part 2. Okay, read part 1. I am Zuya of the Snow. Today a priest... Whoops, sorry. Okay, try again. I am Zuya of the Snow. Today a priestess from the far southeast came to us, telling us of a great war between the cities of Urza and Om. Her name was Kara, and she requested an audience with the god that is said to sleep here, the Watcher of the Veil. Our Master of the Scrolls bowed to her and told her that if there ever was a god, he must be sleeping so deeply that even she could not awaken him. Oops, I do have that in anything. But Kara insisted, and he let her into the innermost sanctuary. She stayed there for 3 days and 3 nights. No one knows what she did in there. She left us without a word, but her face was sad, and I fear for our people. What can we do but guard the most holy texts of our ancestors? We are but few, and no one believes us. Our whole world has gone mad, and there is no cure. Being in that position, basically, one of only a very few that believes in something must be really just so horribly lonely. It's little wonder some people just give up believing in things when there doesn't seem to be any reason for it anymore. Open the temple. Almost picked up the mic, drink from it. That is not a good idea. Broke the glass. The ice, rather. Right, I'm gonna get up here. I'm gonna get inside the temple. But then I think I'm gonna just stop recording after I've got inside, once it's had a chance to save. Not to mention load. It's another one of these isolated areas that needs a bit of extra time. And that, I think, will make a video. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content in the future. If you'd like to support me, I don't have any avenues, conventional ones at the moment, but please consider buying my novel, Starborn Vendetta. It's out now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, bookstore, basically any decent book, any general bookstore front, some Apple Books, that kind of thing. It's, Starborn Vendetta, beginning of a science fiction pentalogy, but it's designed entirely to be its own thing. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.